Welcome to our global news update. In today's analysis, we cover several important stories from around the world. In the United States, TikTok and other apps from ByteDance such as Lemonade and CapCut faced a temporary government ban, removing them from circulation. Officials have stated that this ban is not permanent and have committed to finding a solution that could see these apps reinstated within 90 days of the new administration's start. The conflict in Ukraine has taken a new direction. In 2022, Ukrainian forces launched drone and missile strikes on Russian soil, targeting economic, industrial, and military sites. Russian sources report that many of these attacks have been intercepted by key defense systems. Meanwhile, various mapping sources indicate that Russian forces are advancing in several areas along the front lines, nearing strategic locations, including those close to Pokrovsk. Although details differ, these updates suggest significant ground movements. The United Kingdom and Ukraine have signed a new maritime security agreement aimed at enhancing security in the Baltic, Black, and Azov Seas. Representatives have expressed their intention to address long-standing security issues in these regions. This agreement comes amid growing discussions about regional influence and power dynamics. Political tensions are escalating in Europe. In the UK, a leading politician's controversial comments on a 10-year leadership plan have ignited intense debate about future policy directions. In Romania, protests erupted following a High Court decision against holding a second round of elections as planned. Amid widespread distrust of the electoral process and concerns about external influences on political matters, citizens are increasingly frustrated with the transparency and fairness of elections. In the Middle East, the ceasefire in Gaza remains fragile. Israeli leaders have emphasized that any current ceasefire may be temporary. Following delays in hostage lists provided by Hamas, there are indications that a small number of hostages may soon be released. Analysts note that the phases of any ceasefire agreement seem closely linked to broader regional security considerations. Reports suggest that officials associated with the incoming US administration prefer a strategy of sanctions, economic pressure, and information operations for regime change in Venezuela, rather than military intervention. This approach aims to encourage a leadership change without direct conflict, reflecting a pattern seen in other global regions. Far-right leaders from several countries plan to attend the inauguration of President-elect Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva in a few weeks. Some notable figures have repeatedly declined invitations from official US channels, raising questions about who will represent the country at this high-profile event. Numerous in-depth reports from news organizations have examined military dynamics in Ukraine. Analysts suggest that Ukraine's missile and drone strikes deep inside Russian territory have yielded mixed results. Russian defense officials claim many missiles have been intercepted, while others highlight the increasing strain on Ukraine's defenses as Russian forces gradually advance. This military situation is a key factor in discussions about negotiation and peace talks. A debate is underway regarding the future of US foreign policy. As a new administration prepares to take office, several issues are being considered, including ending prolonged conflicts, reshaping alliances in Europe and the Middle East, and resolving tensions in Ukraine. US officials are carefully weighing the balance between supporting allies and pursuing an independent strategic path, with many observing as policy directions slowly evolve. That concludes our global news update for today. We will continue to monitor these stories and provide further analysis as events develop. Thank you for watching.